Hello my friends, and welcome back to our channel Home is Where Our Heart Is. My name is Dane, author of the series of books Knowledge to Forage and Foraging, the complete guide for families. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, and thank you all for joining me here today in this lovely, slightly cold, rainy woodland. Today I thought we could have some fun and explore some seriously freaky fungus that lives and grows in abundance all around us. You see, woodlands are a beautiful place full of trees, flowers, wildlife, and when we look a little closer we can see there's some seriously strange mushrooms too. So if you're interested, then come for a walk through this rainy woodland with me and let's dive into the weird and wonderful world of mushrooms. So here's our first fascinating, creepy fungus growing underneath this old dead tree. You see this mushroom under here? This mushroom goes by the name of sulphur tuft. Now, we can tell it's a sulphur tuft because it grows in clusters and it looks like your typical mushroom with a round cap, gills and stem, but it has this fluorescent, almost yellow sulphur hue to it. It almost looks like it's glowing just naturally here under the tree. And what's really fascinating about this freaky fungus is when we take a UV light and shine it on it, this mushroom actually glows. How incredible is that? Now this mushroom is seriously poisonous because it contains some natural steroids that are very bad for us. If we accidentally eat this mushroom, after about 5 hours, we'll become horrendously sick, puking with diarrhea, and this will last for days. Now this mushroom grows in abundance across Europe all year long and can also be found across North America and Iran. Now, everything in nature plays a special role, and just because we can't eat this poisonous mushroom doesn't mean that it's not working away, playing its role within Mother Nature. You see, this mushroom is breaking down this log, turning it back into mushy mud, so the insects and the plants and trees can grow from it once more. And when introduced into conifer forests, this mushroom can help kill this root fungus that affects conifer trees. So, just like everything in nature, it plays its own special role in the balance of our world. Now this mushroom glows because it's what's called bioluminescent. And what's really strange about these glowing genetics is scientists managed to take them out the mushrooms and add them to certain plants. So now you can get glowing plants. And they also added these glowing genetics. You'd never guess what they added them to. Sheep. Now you can get glowing sheep. How creepy is that? Now here's a really creepy fungus. You see this? That looks like frog spawn? This fungus goes by the name of crystal brain. And it's related to the jelly brain, also known as witch's butter. Now we know that witch's butter, the yellow brain, is edible, but nobody knows, nobody's scientifically tested to see whether crystal brain is edible. And I saw a cool name for it on the internet the other day, called the forbidden gummy. Now I just like weird and creepy mushrooms like this because they're so alien and strange. Now here's some really strange mushrooms. You see these? These are known as jelly ears, and they look just like human ears. How creepy is that? Now, just like human ears, these mushrooms are edible. And you might think, oh, I'm never eating a disgusting looking jelly ear like that. Well, chances are you've already eaten them. You know why? Because these mushrooms are very common in Asian style cooking. And if you've ever eaten an instant pack of Asian noodles, the little chopped up cubes of mushrooms in there are often jelly ears. Now, eating jelly ears is no bad thing because they're rich in antioxidants and they also contain a very special compound called melanin. Now, what melanin can do is protect our bodies from radiation. How crazy is that? And scientists found that just by eating jelly ear can help protect us against radiation. And they did this big study on mice and they gave one half of the mice jelly ear for breakfast, and the other half of the mice, no jelly ear for breakfast. They then beamed these poor unfortunate mice with a deadly dose of radiation, and the ones that ate the jelly ear before the radiation lived, whereas the ones that didn't eat the jelly ear died. And what's really cool about these mushrooms is their history. They have a fascinating history too, because they're linked to a biblical legend. You see, this mushroom nowadays is called a jelly ear or a wood ear, but originally, thousands of years ago, it was known as a Judas ear. And you know why it was known as a Judas ear? Because it's said that Judas, one of Jesus' 12 disciples, you know, the one that betrayed Jesus, he hung himself from guilt from an elder tree, and it's said that this elder tree was covered in jelly ears, Judas ears. Now this strange looking spiky mushroom is known as candle snuff or stag's horn, because it looks like stag's horns. Now this one's past its best, but when it's younger it has white peaks, and when you give them a little tap they puff with mushroom spores. Now this mushroom is very cool because science has found that's powerfully medicinal. It has antiviral properties, and it's also been found that it has anti-tumor properties too. And just like that, the grey clouds have parted, the sun is shining down, this woodland's warming up, and the first daffodils are blooming. How blessed we all are to see them in their beautiful, vibrant yellow colours. Now there was one other freaky mushroom I wanted to show you today that we haven't come across, but I did make a short video on them a short while ago, and I'd like to play it to you now. And these mushrooms are known as dead man's fingers. You see all these dark black, what looks like rotting fingers reaching up through the ground? These are actually mushrooms known as dead man's fingers. These dead man's fingers might look dead, burnt black and barren of life, but when we chop one in half, we can see that it's full of life and bright white inside. Now some say that dead man's fingers are edible and they eat them all the time, and some people say they're not edible and avoid them. So if you want to eat a dead man's finger, well, that's up to you. But they have been eaten historically and even used as medicine. In traditional herbalism, which is the knowledge passed down through the generations, dead man's fingers were dried and ground up into a powder. This would be then given to women that had just had babies, and it was said to help them produce more breast milk. As always, people, it's been a pleasure. Don't forget to do all the modern world things such as like and comment on this channel. Share the video far and wide so our nature education can spread across the world. And if you want to own all the knowledge just like this, then check out our awesome books. We've got Knowledge to Forage, the series. We've got the big one and the field guide. And now we have Foraging, the complete guide for families. But most importantly of all, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all next time. Peace. Mushrooms, fungus, fungi, mould, a marvellous story that's only just beginning to unfold. Neither meat nor vegetable nor plant or fruit. Mushrooms don't come from eggs, flowers, seeds or even roots. So what are they, who are they, and what do they do? Did you know that right this very moment there's fungus sitting with you?